Hey everyone, my name is Gentchev. I'm part of the fastest moving team in the company right now, Midwest Vemma. You can follow us on Twitter at Midwest Vemma. But what I'm here to talk to you about is kind of explain cycles. I know that's the hardest thing to understand in the business. It's the long-term income. And it really all revolves around your structure, guys. You're going to see a diagram pop up on your screen, and you're going to see that, yes, it's a binary-like theory, meaning that you have a left team and a right team. Now, the way you can look at it is actually kind of like an analogy for just like Chuck E. Cheese. If you go to Chuck E. Cheese and play the games effectively, you're going to win a lot of tickets. Well, the game in this case is Vemma, because honestly, that's all it is to us, guys. We're at the point where this is just so much fun. We're meeting so many people where it honestly is like a game. But obviously, like I said, if you play the game well, you're going to win a lot of tickets. Obviously, those tickets in this case are the points. The points, everyone gets a different amount of points based on what product they buy. But think of it this way. When they first sign up, they're worth 200 points. And then every time they auto-renew, they're auto-renewing for 120 more points. So you can think of it that way. Now, the way it works is they split up the points based on your left and your right team. Like I said, it's a binary-like theory. You have a left side and your right side. And they accumulate all those points. Now, the kicker to that is you get 100% of what's below you. And that's incredible to think about. So it's not like a pyramid scheme where the money rides up. But in this situation, the points ride up. And obviously it is a timing thing. You want to get in early because you have the ability to touch more social networks. But with this, it's also about a balancing thing, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But know that if everyone's worth 200 points, let's just use that number for ease of example. If everyone's worth 200 points, you get 100% of everyone's points below you, and they're split up, like I said earlier, between your left and your right team. Now, it doesn't matter if you sign them up. If someone else signed them up, a couple layers down, you get 200 points. Now, the kicker to this is, even if they're 50, 150, 200 layers down, you've never met the person in your life, but they sign up and you're their upline, you still get their full 200 points. And that's a really powerful thing to think of. But further on, right? So they split up your points between left and right, and obviously back to that Chuck E. Cheese example, you have your tickets. Well, what do you do with those tickets? Obviously, you use them to trade it in for a prize. Obviously, in this situation, the prize is going to be money. So for every 360 points you have on the side with the most amount of points and 180 points you have on the other side, it takes out that ratio. You spend those points, and what they do is that gets you a business cycle. And that cycle is worth anywhere between $22 to $25, depending on how well the company's doing that week. So you can do that in a limited amount of times a week, and that's how you've got people, for example, Brad Alcazan making around $30,000 a week because he's cycling that many times. So it's all about building your business. Like I said, it's 360 on one side and 180 on the other side. That's a 2-to-1 ratio. So if you want to build your team, you want to structure your team where it's balanced out. Because someone, for example, with let's say 600,000 points on one side and 300,000 points on the other side, that's obviously a perfect 2-to-1 ratio. They can take out that 360 and 180 multiple times. But someone with 1 million on one side and only 50 on the other side, they can't even use their points once because they're limited by that side with 50 because they can't take out that 180. So, yes, it's 9 times out of 10 the people above you are going to be making more money than you, but the fact is you have the ability to make more money than the people below you because of that balance. If you can get that balance, guys, that's ideal, that 2-to-1 ratio. So one more time just to get a brief overcap, I guess, about cycles. You accumulate your sides, you accumulate your team, you get all their points based on your left and your right. They all ride up. And for every 360 points you have on one side and 180 points you have on the other side, you spend those points, and then you get what's called a business cycle. Now, this is all done automatically at the end of the week. The company and their state-of-the-art website, they'll literally do whatever ratio is most beneficial to you. It can switch whatever side has the most points. It'll whatever is in your favor, they're going to give you the most amount of cycles. And obviously, like Chuck E. Cheese, guys, you can't keep your tickets and your prize. So obviously, your points deplete. But the kicker to that is every 5 weeks, everyone below you is going to be auto-renewing products. So you're getting 120 points per person back every 5 weeks from when they started. So you're constantly spending points and getting points at the same time because people are auto-renewing at different dates. And also in that 5-week period, realistically, your business is not going to be at a standstill. People are going to be new people are going to be signing up and so on and so forth. So you can see how this is a very flawless, very amazing system for a long-term income. And it is residual income, guys. Know that once you're at a certain stage of income with this, if you have a certain amount of cycles per month, unless people decide that they hate money, no one's going to be dropping out, especially with how good and solid this business model is. So your income is never going to even plateau. It's only going to go up because this business only expands and only grows. I love it. You don't add in this business, you multiply, and that's one of my favorite parts, guys. This is Angel Gentchev. One more time, I want you, as a final thought, in this, guys, you build it once, it'll pay you forever, and that's why I'm so excited.